This is Jonathan Agatha for Pro Boxing Fans. I'm joined by former cruiserweight champion of the world, Sky Sports' own Johnny Nelson. Kell Brook is 2 days away. Johnny, first of all, reaction to the press conference. What did you make of it?
2 sleeps and Dougie Fresh were on. The press conference, nothing surprised me there. I expected a bit of skullduggery. I expected Khan to be far too lyrically smooth for Kell. Kell actually held his own there. Dominic did an amazing job in dismantling Dominic. This is going to be down to the nonsense talking to try and get each other under each other's skin. We'll carry on later on today. We'll even carry on tomorrow when the fans are around. But once they've weighed in, remember, this is the last time they have to talk to each other. Now they have to do a face-to-face and get weighed in. That's it. So now the niceties have gone. So you think that was a bit bad. The niceties have gone. They've got to watch these guys. Probably get them to weigh separately or don't do a face-off. But I'm telling you now, this, I think the weigh-in, this press conference, you know, both fighters held their own. Both fighters said what I had to say and got the message across.
Does anyone have a mental edge to you at the moment?
No, not at all. Because Kell is ignorant to the fact of the things that I said to him. He's going on social media today, so I'll just go on social media and just see what... You know, most sportsmen or women come off social media because they don't like the rubbish that the armchair champions are saying. You know, and I get Kell. I'm thinking, you don't know me, you don't know what work I do, so I don't take what you say personally. You say what you want, and you laugh at some of the stuff, or you give it a thumbs up, charm and disarm. So I think that nobody's got the mental edge. I think both fighters are going to go away happy as Larry. Kell came up and did a piece with us on stage afterwards. Amir didn't. So to me, nah, it's even Stevens were alright.
Johnny, obviously Kell's reunited with Dominic Ingle for this fight, and Amir went to Bomac in Terence Crawford's gym. Just run me through what you see as the differences and what benefits will each fighter get from their different training camps.
Okay, so Kell stayed with Summer Storm since he was 7 years old. Kell has made the mistake of leaving the gym when it comes to certain fights and coming back again after the fight. Kell now understands how important this fight is, and to show that, he's made the right decision, thinking, you know what, I want everything to go right. I'm not going to pay peanuts to get monkeys. I'm going to pay the best to get the best. So he's stuck with Dominic, who knows him inside out, knows when he's trying to cut corners, knows when he's trying to treat, knows how to devise a game plan, knows him inside out, how to motivate him, how to build him up or give him a reality check. He's with someone that knows him to get the best out of him. So to me, that's common sense. Familiarity, that's what he wants. With Amir constantly is moving from trainer to trainer. I think the best trainer he was with was Virgil Hunter. And even when he was with Virgil Hunter, Virgil once said to me, I will never let Amir Khan fight Kell Brook. So regardless of what is being said or not said, you know, even his own coach at the time said, nah, yeah, it just won't happen. Now the fight's come along, he's gone to Bomac. Bomac was a guy that said, this guy, you know, he jumped on the floor, he doesn't want it, he's not interested, you know, after he boxed Terence Crawford. Now you've gone to that guy to train you. You've gone to that guy to trust. You've gone to that guy to put your faith in, to put your life on the line with. But you know what he really thinks of you deep down. So, and how much can you learn from me in 12 weeks when you need somebody to bring the best out in you? Whatever new tricks he brings in will last a round or two, and then it'll be back to type. And that, so to me, I just think, why would you do that, man? You know, you want to create some kind of consistency with who you train. So with Terence Crawford and Bomac, you think it won't make a difference? Trust me, it won't make a difference. It won't make any difference at all. Because as a fighter, ex-fighter, a fan, and I know how the coaches work, you would say, how does it make a difference? This guy's not been long enough, or with him long enough. He's probably more detrimental than positive.
Now, most people are expecting both of them to engage at some point. When do you think that may happen? Do you think it's going to be a case from minute one, or do you think the first couple of rounds will be cagey? How do you see it going?
Don't be stupid. Amir Khan is going to try and pepper him and move and pepper. Wait till Kell gets a little flat-footed, then engage. He'll not want to stand there and tear up with him straight away. He won't. And his problem will be to listen to his head rather than his heart. He'll want to have a tear up because he'll want to shut his mouth and win in glory. But when he's done that, he's been knocked out before. He'll want to do that. Kell Brook will try and box in time, anything suits him because he can box as well as fight. And so it's just a case of, again, I can talk to you and say, look, we're going to have a tear up, even though I'm the better boxer. And when the bell goes, I'll just pop, and you'll be thinking, come on, we're going to have it. 5 rounds down, I'm still out. So don't believe everything you hear up there.
In terms of sort of the punch resistance of both men, when I spoke to Dominic Ingle, he says, you look at the Crawford fight and he didn't have a 12-week preparation, he was with a different trainer, etc. What do you take from that? You know him better than most as well.
That's exactly what it is. Listen, so Dominic was talking about Beaumont saying doing it for the money. And Dominic could have done it for the money. But Dominic said, you've not had enough training time for it, I ain't doing it. No, I'm not doing it. This is what I get paid, and you've not had enough time for this, so no. And so he's willing to walk away from a couple of hundred grand, and he's done it before. And so money's not his god. And so that's why when he says that, he's like, I can give you an argument. He didn't have enough time to train for it, which is why he didn't get involved. Now, so Beaumont thinks he's smart. Dominic did his homework on Beaumont and just recited his knockout ratio from when he boxed. That got into Beaumont's skin. So now Beaumont is going to be pissed off. Now Beaumont's anger and emotions are going to be transferred into Khan, into the fight. Because he's like, you get that, blah, blah, blah. He's going to be pissed off. Perfect job. Drop the mic on him. Did him well. And nobody expected that. Nobody expected that at all, and I've done it before when I've been in the ring for a fight. The opponent stood there, when the referee's giving you the instructions, and I'm looking at his corner man because I've got to rattle his corner man, and his corner man be like. So therefore, the true power behind the throne has been affected because you've got to get in the head. You've got to do everything possible to get in the head.
So do you think that was, something that was planned? They wanted to get
without a doubt. Why would you bother doing homework on a coach? Without a doubt, of course he did. He was preempted. It was expected. So, and in fact, I know Dominic had a few more up his sleeve, but he just thought, I'll leave you alone there. If you're going to go, I'll leave you alone.
And obviously the weight is at 149, reportedly penalties if both men don't make it. Is that a concern if you're a Kell Brook fan looking at this 149, and even, I don't know for sure, but there's reports of a rehydration clause. Is it a concern?
Okay, so if it was me, I'd pay the fine. Because both fighters have boxed at a higher weight. There's no title on the line. There's no reason why you'd want it down at this weight. Because it doesn't benefit everybody completely. And Amir struggles at the weight. Kell struggles even worse at the weight. So why drag a man down to that? If I want to fight you and I think I can beat you, I want the best out of you. So I don't want you to come out with afterwards, I was struggling to make the weight. So therefore, to me, it's not like football where you get a little knock on the knee, roll 17 times, and then get up and run around once you've got the decision from your referee. Boxing, it's a true sport. You don't cut corners, you don't play those skullduggery tricks. So in my head, I'm thinking, is Khan saying this just to get him down to get an advantage when they both could actually box at a higher weight because they both done so? So Kell's now saying, you know what? If you want to play that game, I can play that game too. I'm coming in at what weight I want. Fight's still going on because after the fight, what will people remember? Will they remember the weight clause? Will they remember Kell came in over? Will they remember that Amir Khan set the weight so it was to advantage of him? Or will they remember who won and who lost? That's what they talk about. I think it's Margarita. There's a couple of fights where it's happened where the fight came in over the weight, and you only remember the result. You don't remember. Look, I'm struggling to remember the fight, the fighters, but you remember the result. So if I was Kell, I'd do it. I'd say, you know what? Here's whatever it is. Here's a fine.
Johnny, if someone gave you a last pound coin to put on this fight, who'd you go with, Brook or Khan?
I've been struggling all week to put my neck on the line, and I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about the performances. I'm thinking about their performances, not their stoppages. So when I'm thinking about Kell Brook's, Amir Khan's performance against Crawford, he looked vulnerable because he lost his speed. His speed is his power, like Samson with his hair. Kell Brook put up a decent performance for 2 rounds against Crawford, but then got popped in the eye. So you got 2 broken arrows. Which broken arrow will I go with? I'm going to go with Kell Brook. Won't go the distance though.
And just finally, if both men win the fight, or whoever wins the fight rather, do you see them carrying on?
Unless they fight each other again, I'd advise them both to jack in. I think the losers should jack in. I think the winners should jack in, because you're only going to be a gatekeeper for the young bucks coming through. Do you really want to be remembered for that? Lose some kid that you'd have beaten back in the day? So that'd be my advice. But, you know, horses are courses.
Johnny, appreciate it. I can tell you're excited, you're pumped up, ready for fight night, obviously. And yeah, roll on. 2 days to go.
Nice one.